With version 1.8 of Tango TX1, we've also introduced two major improvements to our maintenance indicators. The first of which is a configurable interval for how often the audible and visual indicators activate. So prior to 1.8, whenever a bump or cal was due and you had those indicators active, the audible and or visual indicators would flash or would activate once a minute, which was a great way of reminding your users that they had to take care of their instrument, but it also used a lot of battery and used a lot of runtime, especially if your instruments perhaps got left in a locker over the weekend with those indicators active. So with version 1.8, we've allowed you to select an interval between 1 and 60 minutes for how frequently you'd like your maintenance indicators, if you've chosen to activate them, to go off. It allows you to balance how persistent you are about notifying your users to a maintenance required condition versus the overall runtime of the instrument. So it's a great new feature. The other thing we've done on a similar vein is given you the option for all of your maintenance indicators, your dock due, your cal due, and your bump due, to use a display only option. So prior to 1.8, you could either not have those indicators show up on the instrument at all, or you could have the audible and or the visual indicators activate. Now we have the option to do just the display. So when a bump is due, a cal is due, or a dock is due, the icon will show on the display. However, no audible or visual indicators will be activated. It's an incredibly power efficient way to indicate that condition. The only downside to that is there's no audible and visual indicators to draw people's attention to it, and so they have to look at the display to know that that condition exists and take advantage of a dock or what have you. But it does use basically minimal power. So it's a great option maybe for some people if you do have users looking at their screens on a daily basis, perhaps starting them up on a daily basis. It might be a great option to remind them to do maintenance yet not impact your runtime at all.